The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. Here. Only the names.
Finally reached the Tuol Sleng Museum, which is also called the Genocide Museum. And here the tickets are $3 and $6. $6 is with the audio guide. So we've taken one with the audio guide for Yasha, and I'll be going without the audio guide. Chalo. Should we? You need to press number 1 to start.
The Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum is a former high school, which was used as the Notorious Security Prison 21 or S21 by the Khmer Rouge regime from 1975 to 1979. Tuol Sleng means Hill of the Poisonous Trees and was only one of at least 156 execution centers in the country, and as many as 17,000 prisoners there were later killed. The day in the prison began at 4:30 a.m. when the prisoners were ordered to strip for inspection. The guards checked to see if the shackles were loose or if the prisoners had hidden objects they could use to commit suicide.
The story you are about to hear is true.
Over the years, several prisoners managed to kill themselves, so the guards were very careful in checking the shackles and cells. The prisoners received 4 small spoonfuls of rice porridge and watery soup of leaves twice a day. Out of an estimated 17,000 people imprisoned at Tuol Sleng, there were only 7 known survivors. As of 2016, only 2 of them are still alive, Choeung Ek and Bo Meng. They were kept alive because they had skills their captors judged to be useful. Bo Meng is an artist, while Choeung Ek was kept alive because of his skills in repairing machinery.
You are the mechanic. You can repair this typewriter. Mr. Choeung Ek stay in the cell number 22. He can fix that typewriter for them. And that they stop the torture, they believe him. But still did not allow him to escape. They keep him over here in the cell here, work for them, repair some machine for them. This is how Mr. Choeung Ek survived after Vietnam soldier coming.
Only the names have been changed.
The museum is open to public, and along with Choeung Ek Memorial or the Killing Fields remains an important educational site as well as a memorial for Cambodians.
There's one man that survived from this prison. Yeah, as I told you, over 17,000 victims. Only 7 of them here and 5 children survived. Yeah, 7 of them and 5 children. Yeah, but now today, 5 of them already passed away. Only 2 is still alive. Now one of them right in front of you here, Mr. Choeung Ek, that he in the picture over here, this man. So he said that this is how they lock his feet with the shackle like this, and they asked him that how many people work as CIA, how many people work as KGB. When he said he did not know, they spit him like that. It's covered his face. Now he broke one finger till now today. That finger still broken, you can see. Look at his toe. They used the plier to pull the nail out of his toe. They pull the nail out of his toe there. They pull the nail.
Electric shock.
He said that electric shock in his ear. Electric shock. He said that, but still today, he's very happy to see everyone, including all of you.
So we got done with the museum, and now we headed to this place called the Independence Monument, which is where we will be meeting these 2 women who we met online yesterday, and they're also planning to go to the Killing Fields with us. Valerie, say hi!
Hi!
That's the Independence Monument.
After a 30-minute tuk-tuk ride from the Independence Monument, we arrived at the killing fields of the Choeung Ek. This is the most notorious and one of the many sites where the Khmer Rouge executed over 1.7 million people.
So we're at the killing field and it's $6 for an audio tour and $3 per person without the audio tour. For those who've been to the museum, for them audio tour is not a necessity. You just need to walk around and there's a lot of material to read, there are a lot of tour guides, there's a lot of things happening so one can understand.
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed.
Today, Choeung Ek is a memorial marked by a Buddhist stupa which has glass sides and is filled with more than 5,000 human skulls arranged in order of age and sex.
Only the names have been changed. The story you are about to hear is
Some of the lower levels are open during the day so that the skulls can be seen directly, many of which display visible signs of trauma.
here. Only the names have been changed. The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed.
The majority of the victims were brought from S21, where they had been detained for months and were routinely tortured and interrogated. They were tucked out to Choeung Ek late in the evening, where they faced execution. As bullets were deemed too expensive, the victims were clubbed to death and chemical substances were scattered over their bodies to ensure no one remained alive, while also to get rid of the stench so that people wouldn't get suspicious of what was going on inside.
Here. Names.
Mass graves containing 9,000 bodies were discovered at Choeung Ek after the fall of the Khmer Rouge regime. Innocent people were tortured to the point where they confessed that they were spies so that the government could legally kill them. They even admitted that their family members were spies, just so the torture could end. The killing tree is a giant tree looming over the orchard, which claimed the lives of many innocent children. The infants of adult victims were killed by having their heads bashed against the trunks of the chankiri trees and then were thrown into the pits alongside their parents. This is the magic tree, wherein they hung massive speakers and played communist slogans to drown out the sounds of people moaning and screaming as they were killed. Those outside thought that this was where Pol Pot and his team held meetings. In 1979, after the Cambodian-Vietnamese War, Pol Pot relocated to the jungles of the southwest Cambodia, and the Khmer Rouge government collapsed. He died in 1998 while under house arrest, and there are rumors of him either committing suicide or being poisoned.
So we're back from Killing Fields, and there are 5 of us now. So there's Emma and Valerie. I talked about them earlier. And there's Fernanda as well, who's a really sweet girl. Got down and we wanted to get something to eat, so we now headed to the same restaurant that we went to a couple of days back. So this really interesting thing happened yesterday. Yasha and I were outside, and it started pouring, and we went to this petrol station for shelter. And we were wearing this really cheap $1 raincoat, which I have actually talked about earlier as well. And I saw this dude, he had this really fancy raincoat. So I just went to him and asked, where exactly did you get it from, so that I can actually buy the same raincoat as well.
Because it's so far, so I got it for you.
Yeah, and this dude is so kind. He told me where he got it from, but at the same time he also offered to get one for me. And I asked him if I could actually pay, and he just refused. He was planning to get me one, but he's got me 2 now, 2 raincoats. So
I found it too.
Thank you so much, Julie. Guys, this is Julie, by the way.
Yeah,
Julie,
my nickname.
Yeah. Thank you so much, buddy. You're really cool, man. You kick ass, man. Thank you so much, man. Give me a hug. Thanks.